Well, this is a long time coming. I think I first reached out to Tor and the gang at the Udder Way Cheese Company back in 2017, and we've been talking back and forth, and 4 years later, Tor.
4 years, man. It's been a long
time
coming.
Hey, well, thanks for having us. What a neat facility this is. First off, can we talk about the name? Because the Udder Way Cheese Company, did that come to you in the middle of the night?
Something like that, yeah.
Why the Udder Way?
You know, I was going to call it something different, and I just found it a little bit too stuffy, and I wanted to make artisan cheese approachable for people, you know, because a lot of people are intimidated by artisan cheese, so I thought, let's come up with something fun, and then it just came to me one day. I said, hey, we're doing things differently. Let's just be the Udder Way. We're at the other end of Hamilton. You know, lots of great ideas for puns on that one.
Yeah, totally. Look out for the puns, everybody. They're coming right at you this morning. Okay, so what are we doing right now?
So we're making a traditional French-style goat pyramid. So basically, this is what we call a vat set type cheese. This sits overnight in the vat. So I added the cultures and I ran it yesterday. Yesterday around 6 o'clock in the evening. And then it just sits overnight, and then it just acidifies. So we're basically what we're looking for is we want to have a low pH. So the milk pH usually is around 6.6, let's say. And then we start scooping this cheese when the pH is around 4.6, 4.7. Okay?
What's the difference between dealing with cow's milk and goat's milk?
Goat milk, basically, I mean, the great thing about goat milk is low in fat, okay, and great protein content. Also, goat milk is great for a lot of people that have lactose issues. You know, I get a lot of customers that come to us. They want to get goat cheese because they can't have cow milk cheese, right? So, and it's just a great milk to work with.
So what happens after? So it's sitting in here for how long then, Tor?
So it's going to be draining basically at least 24 to 36 hours.
Because you want all of that. That's not water there, is it?
That's the whey.
It's whey.
Yeah.
Okay, you want all of that to drain out.
That's right. So it's going to sit and basically so it's going to. From the weight of the curds, it's going to force the whey out, but it's going to do that slowly, and it takes, this is what we call a non-pressed cheese, okay? So it's a soft cheese and a non-pressed cheese. Hard cheeses, usually we have to press them, add some weight to it. You want to get a lot of weight out, so this basically ends up being a very nice, soft, creamy cheese.
And then are you adding anything to this afterwards?
So then afterwards, when they're all drained, we're going to basically we're going to salt them, and then I usually add different types of herbs and spices on the outside of the pyramid.
Okay. How many different types of cheese are you making in here?
Oh my God, so many. I mean, and just in these right now, we have 6 different varieties, like
really?
6 different flavors.
Well, because we have the storefront that we're going to see a little bit later that you're selling all this cheese. You want to be selling this cheese all over Hamilton and in the surrounding area. So we're going to take a break. We'll come back with the whole gang. We got Nikolai, we got Angela, we got Adrian, we got Tor. The whole team is here. We're going to be making some mozzarella.
Yes.
And we're going to be making some cheese curds.
Fresh cheese curds.
And we got to highlight some new gelato that they have here.
Yeah.
The Udder Way Cheese Company. Gelato. When we come back on Morning Live. I must be dreaming. Welcome back to the Udder Cheese Company, because if you're a cheese lover like me, fresh mozzarella, nothing better. The master, Angelo, is doing it himself here with Tor. How rare is it to see fresh mozzarella be done by hand, Tor?
It's very rare. I mean, in Italy, you'll see it more often. You know, you'll have master craftsmen over there still doing it traditional way. Over here, it's mostly done with machine, and here we have our master craftsman, Angelo, forming the traditional mozzarella ball.
It's so pliable.
Yes.
Right? What's the process? So it started like this, and then
so those are our curds. So basically, that's a mozzarella curd that we make usually the night before, because we wanted the pH to kind of stabilize for the next day. And what's really important about mozzarella stretching is you want to have it has to be at the exact pH. So there's a very small window. If you're too high or too low, it doesn't work. So a lot of people actually, they think, oh, mozzarella, it seems like an easy cheese. It's actually, and I was humbled when I started making cheese and I started working with Angelo. I was actually amazed how complex it is, because there's a small window that you can work within, and so very little room for error.
Type of milk?
So we're using right now pretty much exclusively for cow's milk, Guernsey milk. Okay, Guernsey, there's only 3 Guernsey herds in all of Ontario. And we get our milk exclusively from the Maplehurst farm out in Linden. And Guernsey milk is like, I call it the Cadillac of milk. It's an unbelievable milk to work with. It's for a cheesemaker, it's like a dream. It really is.
Do you notice the taste difference between
What
would you would normally be making mozzarella out of? Just
usually like Holstein milk.
Holstein, yeah,
right?
okay.
It's a little bit harder to stretch because it has a lot of protein. It has a lot of high butter fat compared to Holstein. Okay, but the Guernseys actually have a lot of beta carotene content in their milk. There's actually, have you heard of A2 before? A2 milk. So Guernsey has a very high A2 content, about 95%, and A2 has a beta carotene protein, which is very easy to digest. So a lot of people that have problems with regular cow milk, which is A1 protein in it, if they have the Guernsey milk, they don't have any issues.
And the thing about mozzarella, like you want fresh mozzarella,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Like this is like, it would be best eaten right now.
So exactly. So we stretch it here every Friday, and then we sell it right off the counter Friday, Saturdays.
Okay, because you got the store right out front, right on Ranimal Road.
Yeah.
Right in Hamilton, the Udder Way Cheese Company, and you can find them now that restaurants are starting to come back, because that was a big part of your business, right?
Yeah.
We'll get into that a little bit more. Cheese curds is another big thing that you guys do.
Yeah.
Want to take a look at that before we head out to the store?
Definitely. Yeah.
We'll do that as we watch the master at work, Angelo, and spread and molding his.
I watch you every morning.
Oh! I knew I liked this guy. Come back to the Udder Way Cheese Company on Morning Live. Cool. Show us how it's done here, Angelo.
I'm going to make a...
So the progression of our goat cheese is coming along nicely. Welcome back to the Udder Way Cheese Company in Stony Creek, back with Tor. So when we started that, it was so liquidy.
Yeah.
That whey is...
The whey is draining pretty quick. So
Right.
what we're going to be doing within the next hour is going to do a second fill.
Oh, you'll do a second fill on it, right?
Yeah, we want to top it up. And we're probably going to probably even do a third fill. Okay.
Really?
depending on
Okay.
how it's-
Because that's about a 24-hour process, you
Yeah.
said.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So we got Angelo. If you missed last half hour, Angelo, the man, made this fresh mozzarella for us. Can we give that a try, Angelo?
Sure, why not?
Nice. I gotta be watching. I can't be sticking my hand in there with that knife. Try that one right there. So that's fresh.
Fresh. You can't get any fresher than
Fresher
that.
than that.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
Oh, it's still warm. Oh my goodness. Oh,
Huh? Oh, amazing. Our master at work here.
Angelo, that's awesome. What's this one, Tor?
So that's a Kacho Cavallo. That is also a stretched, very traditional stretched Italian cheese. But this one actually we age now. It basically we actually tie a rope around it,
Right.
and then let it hang, and it ages for months.
Okay.
And it gets a nice sharp flavor as it ages.
Nice. All right. What are we doing next?
So I'm going to show you how I'm going to make some cheese curds.
So these are cheese curds. All right. What goes into cheese curds? I'm finishing this off.
So basically, I make these curd slabs from our Guernsey milk, okay? And I actually hand cut my curds. I just made a little batch for you guys to have a look, because usually our make days are Wednesdays and Thursdays. So I cut mine by hand. I just like how it turns out.
A lot of the stuff you're doing here is by hand.
It is, yeah.
And is that because you're artisan cheese? And for anybody, like, what does artisan mean?
So basically, an artisan cheesemaker will try to work with one farm exclusively, which we do. I was saying we work with Maplehurst Farms for the Guernsey milk, right? We have a sheep producer that comes directly and brings us sheep milk, and so that gives you already a really good idea about what kind of milk you're getting. You get to kind of work with the farmer directly, and industrial sort of larger scale cheese companies, they work with pooled milk. They get large milk deliveries from several farms. They also standardize the milk. We don't standardize. We work directly with whatever we're getting. It changes seasonally. From summer to winter, you're going to get different protein and fat contents in the milk. So we have to constantly tweak our recipes, right? So,
Right. I think cheese curds. I think poutine. What else are people using curds for?
I'm gonna tell you, a lot of people now, cheese curds is like a healthy snack, especially if you're on keto. You get lots of people that
Just
come here.
snacking on it. Cameraman Keith says that's what he loves to do.
Yeah.
What's the difference between these two bowls here?
So I already salted these for you, so you can.
Because you want some salt in there.
Exactly. You wanna have that salt in there.
Difference between this mozzarella that we just had and like the cheese curds as far as taste goes?
The mozzarella basically has that stretch, right? So the curd basically is just on its own.
Right.
But
Here
go
we
ahead,
go.
try that. You get
Oh,
that
wow.
squeak. You got that squeak going there.
That sponginess?
Yeah, and that squeakiness on your teeth. Real curd connoisseur will tell you that if it's a fresh cheese curd, it needs to squeak. Okay.
That's squeaking.
So a cheese curd will only squeak if you make it and sell it fresh at room temperature. As soon as it goes in the fridge, squeak goes away.
The squeak goes away. Okay.
So we make our curds and we sell them directly off the counter here in the store. We don't refrigerate. They get sold within a day.
Nice lead into the store, because that's where we're going next. We'll check out the store here on Rymel Road in Stony Creek, the Udder Way Cheese Company. I'm on live. This is brilliant. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I don't know.
So this is our Guernsey Milk brie. By the way, I named it after my wife, Evie. So.
Oh, shout out to Evie. By the way, if you don't know where we are, the Udder Way Cheese Company.
So Evie runs the store here, and her favorite cheese is brie. So hence why I named the brie after her.
This is not Evie. This is Abby. Hey, Abby.
Yeah.
Hey, how are you? So we're in the front of the store. So we were back of house making all the cheese.
Yeah.
But then this is where you sell all the cheese.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah.
So like there's Evie's passion. Oh, how do you say it? Angelo was making it.
The Kacho Cavallo.
Kacho Cavallo. So that's what it looks like, and that's been aging for much longer than the fresh mozzarella.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's been aging for a few months. I want to show you over here actually. So
Okay.
remember we were making those pyramids. So this is a finished pyramid. This is our French lawn.
Goat cheese.
Yes. So this has herb de Provence on the outside, and this is actually the house cheese at the French in Hamilton on King William. So if you go there and you have a nice meal, get their charcuterie board, you're going to get this on your charcuterie board.
Well, what's that mean for you guys? Because obviously restaurants opening back up on Friday indoors.
Yeah.
That was a big part of your business.
Huge part. Like last year when the pandemic hit, 80% of my business was restaurant wholesale, and we were shut down for 3 months here. It was tough.
So having them back up and running is going to be
Yes.
valuable for you
Yeah,
guys.
it's a big part of it.
Okay. How many different types of your cheese do you think you have? Like, is it all yours in the windows here?
So we have over 50% of the cheeses you see in here are ours. Okay. So we have the Kruger Blue here. Then we have the sheep, the Ovea Negras over here.
Right. Do you have a favorite?
I'm all about the blue. I love
You're a
it.
blue guy.
I'm
Okay,
a
so
blue
you got to
guy.
persuade me, Tor, because
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's bullyish. It takes over everything. But once you get into it, you love it.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, listen, you got to try the brie since you're.
Oh yeah. So let's
scared
try
of the blue.
Okay. Let's try the brie. So there's the brie. There's the brie there. Let me give that a try. Oh. How long do you age brie? That was amazing.
So we usually can sell it at about 3 to 4 weeks when it sits. in
3 to
the
4
aging room,
weeks.
We can
I'm
start
going for
bringing
another
it out and selling it. Yeah.
Okay. And then you got a new venture going on too
Yes.
with your gelato.
Yes.
Okay. We have Abby. We also have London and Adrian. Come on in here, because London. Which kind do you like?
Lemon.
Lemon. Can we get one for London here, lemon? How are you making the gelato, Tor?
Okay, so the gelato is made exclusively with Guernsey milk. Obviously, the sorbets are just fruit and water, but
Right.
the milk gelatos are only made with Guernsey milk. Okay, so we're literally the only gelato maker in Canada that uses Guernsey milk for the gelato.
Back to the Guernsey. We've been talking about that all
Yes,
morning.
yes.
And what is it about Guernsey that you love so much?
Again, high protein, high fat content, and that high A2 content, 95% A2. It's actually there are now
Okay.
fluid milks that you can buy in store that are called A2 milk that people
Okay.
buy that have issues with milk consumption.
Okay, here's the money shot. London, over to you.
It's very, very good.
You just earned $20.
Yeah,
Okay,
there you go.
the store is open how many days a week?
So we're open Tuesdays through Saturdays. So
Okay.
Tuesday to Friday, 10 to 5.
Awesome.
And Saturdays, 10 to 4.
The Udder Way Cheese Company. Tasty. Could I have a raw raspberry sorbet?
Yes.
Awesome.